All right, I'm excited to be here. This is one of my favorite parts. It is analyzing the numbers behind the real estate deals. Now, the real estate is amazing, it's exciting, but what is the most exciting part is taking a deep dive and seeing why the Diamond Wealth real estate system, it is the number one system for buying real estate, period. And don't just take my word for it. We're going to have a mathematical answer as to why it is the best, why we maximize our cash on cash, why we maximize return on equity and make money 7 different ways. The proof is always in the pudding. So we are going to see my latest deal, and that's the one we just did the walkthrough. I mean, you saw it was an incredible transformation. One of the best ones that we've ever done. I mean, the best ones, arguably, of the year. And here we are deep into fourth quarter. So let me show you how exciting the numbers are. And again, way better than the traditional model. So we're going to take a look from the inception, how many days it took to get it rented, etc. So here it is. What's so exciting about it? I'm the end buyer from a wholesaler. I'm not a wholesaler and have no inspirations to ever be a wholesaler. I have a very successful accounting and tax business, and my hedge to that is the real estate using this system. Now imagine if you are the wholesaler, what you can do to your portfolio. You can literally take it, supercharge it, put it on steroids. I don't even know. You can go from 0 to 100 super fast. So this is me buying from the wholesaler. Deal comes in at $225 and closing cost $2,082, and that happened back in August. Now look at the magic. Using the Diamond Wealth real estate system, I'm taking a loan on the front end. There it is. Here's the loan. I have 5,000 earnest. We're not counting that. And 225. Here's my wire. 52,000 to buy it. 52. There it is on the settlement statement. And here it is hitting the bank account. It's absolutely amazing. You're getting paid to buy real estate. Doesn't exist based on the future value, and it's a mathematical formula. You need the value add opportunities. Remember, you don't want to just buy something off the MLS that is retail ready. There is no value add. The deal is always made on the purchase on the front end. So after closing costs, removing my $5,000 earnest, it is 47,000, almost 48,000 back. Now, I made it really, really nice, holding everything else. I spent 77,000. Now, if I was cheap and I wanted to like defer some maintenance items, I could have taken that number way lower. I don't do that. I like to front load all of my maintenance where you don't have to worry about anything. Water heaters, roof, AC units. I want it all brand new. So when I find a tenant in the place, I want it to be as worry-free as possible for as long as possible. For that reason, spent 77. So what does that look like? Well, I got paid 47.9 to buy it. Spent about 77, which means I am out of pocket $29,000. Now, again, I could have minimized that even lower. I'm extremely happy spending 29,000 to get it. ARV 375. So what does that mean? There's 100,000 spread between the loan and the new value minus the 29,000 that I put in. So the actual equity 70,917 minus that. Not bad for, there it is, for 87 days from the day you bought to the day you rent. Incredible speed. It's actually slow for us because I overbought. I mean, I bought so many houses this year. I can't even keep up with myself. Been by far the busiest year because remember, I am full-time in the accounting and tax and real estate. It is the hedge. So for a non-full-time real estate buying 13, 14, whatever I bought this year, it's pushing the limits. I'm comfortable with 8, but here we are. Anyway, so rent. This is where it gets fun. $34.50. Now, you may be curious, how did I get such a high rent amount for this house? Well, number one, we made it a 6 bedrooms and it's 3 bathrooms, right? So we cater our homes for multi-generational families. You have the grandparents, maybe 2 sets of kids who also have kids. and everybody chips in, and then rent becomes really affordable. Otherwise, if you're just renting a single family, this rent would likely be 28 to 50. So we're getting a little bit of a premium. I was able to find a really nice family with, it's a multi-generational, same family, all are working, and they are more than happy to pay the 3450 because it's split between the three families living there. So with that being said, the interest at 8% is 1833. Now I haven't refinanced it yet. I'm about to. It's not going to change much because there's enough equity, and the closing costs will be just rolled into the new loan. So the new loan would likely be $285,000 instead of $275, about $10,000 in fees. It's expensive, but who cares? And then payment's going to roughly be similar. Now look at the amazing part. Look at the cash flow. $1,490 per month for $17,880 annually, just the cash on cash. And I'm only showing you one of the 7 ways of making money in real estate. Incredible. Cash on cash return, over 61%. It doesn't get any better. If you have a better system purchasing real estate that you can mathematically show me that is superior, go ahead, show me it. It does not exist. It is the best way. And if you're the wholesaler, your numbers will be literally infinite, because a lot of times you as the wholesaler can get the houses with nothing out of pocket. I have done it on occasion. I've gotten lucky buying it, but it's extremely difficult when I have to buy from you, the wholesaler, versus you being the wholesaler, being direct to the seller. So I'm not going to do it, but still 61% return on equity, 244%, because the actual equity minus what I have into the deal, 70,917. Now, if you were buying this the traditional way, let's say you found the deal, you're gonna have to put 25%, 25% down of the purchase price, and then you're gonna have to spend your 77,000. So you could be spending upwards $130,000, $140,000 for the same thing. So on one hand, you have 29 versus 144. And then you can't really pull the money out. Cash out refinance, it has a much longer seasoning. A lot of times it's 12 months. Rate and term with this, it's only a 3-month period, and then you can refinance it. So being 87 days, I'll send the email out next week, and this thing will be refinanced in about 30 to 45 days. It's a little slower. Nowadays, they are taking their time, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm fine paying this for the time being. Look at this. And then you're holding an asset. So for only $29,000, I'm holding an asset that is worth $375,000. So assuming very modest, I always put very modest appreciation assumptions, 5.5%. Phoenix is so hot, it'll likely be a lot higher because just the population growth alone. But look at this. If we just assume a 5.5% annual appreciation, by year 5, this asset is going to be worth $490,000, and assuming no principal pay down, it's actually 200. I don't know what this is. It's 75. Assuming no principal pay down, you're looking at $215,000 after 5 years. Incredible, just on one house. It is literally infinite returns, even for me buying from you, the wholesaler, if you are the wholesaler. But anyone can do it. If I can do it doing accounting, I know I have a lot of other clients and friends implementing this system into their own strategies, and they've really exploded their portfolios. I mean, if you start comparing this to the traditional way of buying, I mean, you'll be left behind. I don't care how much money you have, unless you have unlimited money, then you don't really need it. But otherwise, for the rest of us, this is by far the best. And again, this has been a very busy year. I'm getting way more. We're busy until next April with houses just with the existing pipeline. So I'm excited to see what the next year brings. But this is what the numbers look like in 2024 with the current rate. So the rates don't matter. Yes, the Fed's cut the rates, but the mortgage rates remain high, and they will remain high compared to what we're used to. For me, it doesn't matter. These homes are actual assets, not a liability like your primary home. So keep buying assets. Make 25 the best year yet. Hopefully you can implement this system. You can click the link below for a link to buy the ebook if you don't have it. And let's get it.